Yo, 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 what's going on out there? Y'all already know what it is. It's your boys, the Rise Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, aka the Smoothie King, right back at y'all with another one. Top of the morning, top of the afternoon to you guys, man. Um, God bless each and every one of you that's going to be coming in the chat, and that's already in the chat. Oh, man, we got a lot to chop up today. I actually got to see all the fights last night, and I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed as far as getting the fights on TV, TNT for free. They did an excellent job. The production and everything was nice. How they brought the fighters out was nice. I enjoyed the demographics of the whole setup. But saying that, let me get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore's own GTD Promotions, redesigning minds, one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP, you'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.narslipgallery.org. Go over to Damari's page, use the code RIZE10, and you'll get 10% off. Also, go over to www.meakillerb.com page, support her and her boxing journey and her merch. Shout out to Richie for the intros and edits. RIP to John Boy, RIP to Mr. Van Charles Williams Jr. Shout out to Bad Girls Promotion featuring Miss Nikki, aka Miss Olivia Pope. Shout out to EOE Education over everything, my brother movement. Shout out the Stretched Out Boxer, Hardcore Boxing News, Aunt McQueen Boxing, Miss Mona, Miss Yaya, if you watching, Miss Melody Queen 27, Pro Soul Boxing, gear and merch. Shout out to all of you that's coming in the chat. Under Armour, thanks for all that you do and done for the kids at the gym. Shout out to 1901 Pittsburgh Avenue. Get your Sherry's Essentials 12 rolls for $7. Don't forget to go over to the risepodcast.com. Use the code RIZE10. Get your Smoothie King shirts right back at y'all with another one. And last but no, don't forget, go over to AO clothing line, Richie Threads, and check out their apparel and them clothing lines, man. Support them. And last but not least, official gear boxing. All the fighters wearing it. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, box raw. All right, y'all. It's a special day today. Not only that I got up this morning, another trip around the earth. Happy birthday to me, the Smoothie King. And first of all, before I get into the conversation, I just like to thank God for waking me up another day and another trip around the moon. I'm just thankful, humble, appreciative, and words cannot explain God watching over me 365 days, man, in a year. That's a nice little clip, man. get through year after year. And I'm just so thankful and humble that God given me another opportunity to try to achieve things while I'm breathing. A lot of work needs to be done like everybody else, but I'm pushing. That's it, man. 3 Mason brothers, 1 card, 3 KOs. Shushu dominates a successful title defense. And happy birthday, Coach Squeeze. Let me go over to the chat. Stretched out boxing in the building. Heavy Chevy guy in the building. Tabu Apakabutu in the building. Forever Teresa. Happy born day, Coach. Appreciate y'all. Last night, man, boxing was exciting. It was for me. I only can answer for me. I ain't gonna lie. Every night ain't gonna be your greatest night, and that's just sports in general. But Scooter Davis last night didn't look like a shark last night. He looked like a shark last night. Last night, a shark, when a shark come up from the depths, he coming to cause havoc, anything he touched. Last night, he didn't look like no shark, no stab to him, no stab to him. He's still young, he's still growing, still learning. But they had a moniker, Shark. He didn't look like no shark last night. He looked more like how would I say? Decent performance, but he looked more like it wasn't a killer shark. He just looked. It wasn't a great white shark. It was one of them sharks you could go down and snorkel and swim with, without worrying about them biting the smaller sharks. He didn't look like a big shark last night. It seemed to me everybody wants to the Floyd Mayweather syndrome. Everybody want you shoulder roll and look slick and pretty instead of just going in there, getting the job done. The guy, I ain't gonna lie, that Scooter Davis fight, that was a gift. That was a gift. Unanimous decision, that was horrible. Thomas Hill 2267, like after 7 said Squeeze last night, Cleveland had the time of their life. Stretched out boxing. Yeah, Scooter looked a little flat. Also, I wanted to see Shushu hit another gear. Yeah, he looked like the shark. He was a baby shark, He looked like no great white shark. It was almost like he was fighting from behind, from the ringing of the bell. He just looked like he was fighting, and like he couldn't get nothing going to me. I don't know, man. What's going on, senior? I don't know what to say, man.
Top of the morning, happy birthday, champ. How you feeling?
Thank you. I'm hanging in there, blessed, man. Blessed. Another
Happy
day at the office.
68 today?
Not yet. 57.
How old you turn today?
57. Yeah, 57, champ. Glad to see it. Glad God blessed me to make it. I don't take it for granted, man. People die. Even when I see babies, yo, how many babies died this year and got murdered and own family, 7 kids at one time because you mad at the mother. And
what's happening?
Yo, it's just horrible.
It's happening, man. It's happening. But you know,
to make it to 57, man, I'm like thankful, you know, because they dying young, yo. Babies ain't even getting a chance, yo, to start their lives.
I just wanted to give you a shout out your birthday. You know, man. You know, man. I was thinking about the podcast. You know, I mean, the only reason why I'm here is because of you.
You breaking up, champ? You freezing? You in the car? Somebody might have hit his phone. He breaking up a little bit. Can't hear him. He might have to go out and come back in. Somebody might have texted him. But yeah, man. Last night, I think that I don't know. That kid beat Scooter Davis. He beat him. Boxed the crap out of him. Thanks Thomas Hill. Yeah, man, he man, and I get it. People have bad nights. I get it. But boxing is like you only is sometimes as good as your last fight. It's a cliche that's been made up, but
Who you said got beat last night?
Huh?
Who you said got beat last night?
Scooter.
Oh.
He got handed a gift.
I ain't see that one.
I saw the whole card. It was a nice card for TNT and the Zone and Top Rank. They got together. I was very appreciative to be able to sit in here and watch that on TV. That was an honor. But he ain't looked like no shark last night.
A guppy?
He looked. What you say?
A guppy? A goldfish?
I wouldn't say a guppy. I would say one of those baby sharks that you could go down and swim with. And you ain't really got to worry about. They just fish eaters. They not man eaters. He wasn't a great white shark. He was a baby shark, like lemon shark. He was a lemon shark. Yeah, that's what he was. He was a lemon shark. Yeah, you could have drunk a glass of lemonade last night and wouldn't have worried about getting hurt.
Wow. Thomas Hill said he was a nurse shark.
A nurse shark, lemon shark, nurse shark. Yes. But what get me is when these guys selling all that death and they ain't no killers. That's all I'm saying. And I get it. You gotta hype yourself up, whatever it takes for you to get it in. It's a dangerous sport. I get it. But stay in your lane, people appreciate you even more. Mr. Will, top of the morning, top of the afternoon, aka Papa Smurf in the bell.
Same to you, my brother. Happy birthday to you, man.
Thanks, Mr. Will.
Yes, sir. What's going on, see?
I can't call him Mr. Will. How you feeling?
Well,
Mr.
good, man.
Bowman?
How about yourself?
Man, I ain't making no noise, man. I've been in the house for 2 days straight.
Yeah, I can
I
dig.
I ain't bothering nobody.
I can dig it, man. Yeah,
I took the girls, came back in the house. I ain't even one battle with the heat.
look, that heat was a beast, man. It was a bully out there.
Yeah, I know when to hold them, when to fold them.
Yeah, for real, man. That was that stuff to run you right back in the house, man.
I went on here, pressed my bunk, laid down. I ain't worried about it.
For real, for real. Did
Yeah.
you? No, go ahead, sweetie.
Like I was saying, it was almost like I was like for 8 rounds, when are you gonna get started? But I was like, oh, he lost this. I said he lost this fight, and they said unanimous decision. I say, oh, and even the guy was like, oh, you freaking real. Yo, shorty, you got robbed. Mr. Will, you can time in. Man, you watched the fights together, basically.
Yeah.
Last night. Go ahead, chime in. Oh, you ain't see that with School today.
I went on YouTube and watched it. Yeah.
Okay, give me your take.
He lost. He lost.
Listen. I ain't see the fight, right? But I've been seeing the headlines. I ain't even gonna argue with you, Mr. Will.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and be who you want to be today, Mr. Will.
Oh man.
I'm gonna leave you alone. Hey, Mr. Will, you got a free pass today.
Oh man, nah, but yeah, he didn't look good last night. You know, I tell you what, everybody was kind of tested last night.
Yeah, good call, Mr. Will.
All right, let me ask you a question. I don't want to jump around too much, but when you say tested, you know who my guy is. Hold on, let me bring the Swami in. Let me bring the Swami in. You know who my guy is. I like Shushu, my guy. How you feel about that fight last night, Mr. Will?
Like I just said, I think everybody had a test last night. They had some stuff they had to go through last night. You know, all of them.
Hey, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I like to see Abdullah Mason go to the deep end.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he spotted the guy the first 5 or 6 rounds. It looked like him.
Watching it looked like that was already they plan. You know what I mean? He ain't been in the ring for a couple months. You know what I mean? Yeah. He only fight one time a year. Let's go ahead, let him get the first couple. He gonna tie out, and he did exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, man.
It did. He didn't have to make it as hard though.
Yeah, he definitely gassed.
Yeah, but I'm saying like Abdullah made it hard.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd have went to that body early. He'd have broken down a lot earlier.
For sure.
As soon as he touched that body, everything went.
Yep. You're right.
And you know what I like? I like that corner. His dad was telling him. His dad was giving him some great instructions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in the midst of, you know what I mean, the chaos, his father brought it back every time. Hey, look at me, I'm right here.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I, you know what I mean, I appreciated seeing that corner work, and you know what I mean, and the instruction, you know what I mean, and it being delivered.
For real. Yeah, it was a good night though. It was a good night to watch, and I enjoyed it. Definitely.
What's going on, Coach Kenny? You was like you coming off a whole weekend bender, like you've been getting wasted all weekend, and you just here so you don't get fined.
What's up, Mike?
What's happening? What's happening, Coach?
Hey, shit.
Coach.
What's
you
up,
think
man?
about the fight, Coach?
Man, I had the 80s vibe again. Boxing is back. Real competition. Real fighters fighting each other.
Your favorite fight of the night?
Abdullah Mason.
Why Abdullah?
They're one of my favorites right now. You know I like Abdullah. And I like Shushu too. But my favorite fight was the main event.
What do you think about the performance? What you rate?
I think it was great. It was great. A lot of time we forget the fighters got 12 rounds of work, you know, championship round. And the coaches, sometimes coaches, they ask for something too early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do this, do that, but that your opponent is fresh. It's not as easy to do it yet as it's going to be when you get halfway through the fight. He trained just like you did. That motherfucker got a game plan too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you ask for something that your fighter said, but it ain't time to do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's still strong. He ain't break down yet. But around 6 or 7, he started breaking down, and then he was able to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Everybody be so anxious for a knockout. No, we got 12 rounds to work with. You know what I mean? And he was off, even though he was off for over a year, he's still an experienced fighter.
Right.
Some fighters can take off a year and come back and still be like that.
Yeah.
Because they live in a lifestyle when they off. Some fighters off for a year, they come back, they ain't right because when they off time, they're not living a fighter's lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody got their own DNA and do things for their own reason, you know?
Yeah.
Their own bad habits and good habits is what make the fights.
Yeah.
You know? But it was a good fight, man. Good fight.
Mm-hmm.
Good fight.
$1 million question across the board. Do y'all like open scoring?
I don't.
Well, I'll tell you what, it didn't seem to make a difference because we saw guys that kind of possibly.
I don't know if y'all heard it last night. The commentator is so biased against Abdullah, man. Terrible. It's like everything the other guy did, they credited and then talk over what Abdullah was doing. And then they had Abdullah losing the first 4 or 5 rounds. That's it. I gave the guy the first 2, Abdullah the 3rd, and Abdullah the 5th. And then 6 was close, and from that point on, Abdullah took over.
Yeah, they was one of, yeah, I know you're talking about the duel. I mean, Albert Bell clean sweep the first 5 rounds. And yeah,
it was terrible. And the other guy, I forgot his name, the one with the suicidal eyes and shit. He always bad. He always bad with his commentating.
Sergio Moore?
Yeah, him. He used to be on the Contender Series. Yeah, man.
Suicidal eyes.
Yeah, he looked like he about to commit suicide or some shit.
Yeah.
He always looking sad. He just look. If you catch him sitting, he just looks sad, like he about to kill himself or some shit.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I might be wrong. That's just how he looked at me. His eyes, he never looked happy, you know.
Yeah.
But his commentating was terrible, man.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not real crazy about him as a commentator anyway. You know.
Terrible. But the fight itself was a good fight, man. The referee was terrible with the stoppage, though.
Oh man.
Abdullah was winning. Abdullah was about to knock him out, but
that stoppage was horrible.
But he should have got an 8 count.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have got an 8. He was up on his knees trying to get up, and the ref just stopped it. He didn't give no 8 count or nothing.
Well, he did. It wasn't even a punch that took him down. You know,
he pushed him
down. Yeah.
I don't know what the ref was looking at from behind. Maybe he thought it was something else, but he should have got an 8 count. But Abdullah was on him. He was back in the fight winning, you know.
T. Hill said you had all 3 hating ninjas commentating, and Sean Porter, Tim Bradley, and Terrence Crawford, along with Chris Mannix.
Terrence Crawford was going. He was definitely going with Bud. I mean, Abdullah Mason though. Yeah, it was a good fight, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 Mason brothers, 1 card, 3 KOs. Shit.
Oh yeah. They're the baddest brothers in the business right now.
Like I said, shout out to Dad. I like seeing Dad in the corner and how he works. Shout out to Dad.
Yeah, for sure. Good team, great team.
Yeah, them brothers look just alike, all of them.
Yeah. I was just watching the replays.
I got. Was what y'all? How y'all feel about that knockdown on Shushu Carrington? Even though the punch was behind the head, how y'all feel about that?
You know that wasn't dead center in the back of his head either.
It was a rabbit punch though. It was not in the back of the head, but on top side of the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like top side. Yeah.
But to me, I was standing throughout the fight with Shushu. He didn't look like himself in the corner when every time he went back to the corner, he looked like something might have happened. He could have got an injury doing training or something.
His eyes definitely was telling a whole different story when he was on that stool.
He might have had an injury, and then when he got hit to the body, you know, he felt it. he just had that look throughout the fight because I was saying something ain't right. He don't look like himself. But it was probably a situation where it's too close now. I ain't gonna pull out the fight. I'm gonna go ahead and take the fight.
Yeah.
One of them situations. I might be wrong, but that's the way I took it.
No, I definitely, I definitely noticed him in that corner. Like he had a glazed face on his face. Like
before the body shot, throughout the fight, he just didn't look like himself.
Yeah.
You know?
I seen it in the corner. Like one time he looked over and I was just like he ain't had no intensity or something.
Yeah, I be looking at everything, man, and definitely he was not himself last night. It might come out later, but I caught it. You know what I mean? Hopefully he good though. Whatever the situation.
He definitely ain't like that. That's my guy, but he definitely ain't like that body shot.
Yeah, that's why I say it might be an injury that happened before the fight. You know, thought he could get through with it because normally he take a great body shot. He in pretty good, decent shape.
Yeah. I was wondering myself. So to hear you say that's like confirmation of what I was thinking.
Hopefully, whatever the situation is, he good. He pulled through. Before the next fight.
Who you want to see him against next? Who you want to see Shushu go against next?
What's the little strong guy? Japan dude. What's his name?
You ready for Monster?
Yeah, I think he outbox Monster.
Oh, in a way?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Here you go.
Anyway, if his power don't work, his boxing skills definitely ain't there.
Okay.
If his power don't work, he gonna be in a world of trouble, especially if he fight in the States.
So this is the thing, man. Inoue can box.
I don't see it. I said he can't box. He don't have the superb boxing skills people say he got.
Why I say he can box? Because I saw him box up a boxer one time, man. When he boxed up Cool Boy Steph. Well, they call him Scooter now or something. Call him something like he doesn't even go by Cool Boy anymore.
Stephen Fulton.
Yeah. And he boxed his ass, man. And Cool Boy could box. And I mean, he was just so much better in every way. He was faster, which I was surprised at. He was putting combinations together better. I mean, Cool Boy couldn't do a thing with him, even though we know Cool Boy doesn't have any power at all. So I didn't expect anything on him being able to hurt in a way, but I thought he might be able to, slip and slide and get some points and win on decision. But nothing was working. Man. Nothing was working for him.
And behind the scenes, man, I know some jokers that have been in the ring with him bad,
Yeah.
I know what's going on in sparring sessions and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sparring sessions is different.
Yeah.
And I would love to see him fight in the States more to make sure,
Yeah. Everything's going up and up.
Yeah, the rumors ain't true,
Exactly.
that he's juicing,
Exactly.
Why you don't have one fight in the States? Come on, man.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying there.
So I'm gonna rock with Shushu on with him against him too.
Yeah.
Who you want to see next versus Abdullah Mason, Coach Squeeze?
At this point, I mean, for real, anybody. I mean, he at that point, he young, but he battle tested for sure. He gotta go up from here. He can't go backwards. Competition wise, whoever they put him in front of. I just want to see him in another step up level of competition, because last night, people gotta understand, when you spar somebody over 15, 20 times, they know you. Mm-hmm. They know you. And old boy last night showed that he knew Abdullah. But boxing, performing, fight night speed is way different than sparring speed. Let's just get that straight. And for the first 5 rounds, I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting in front of the TV. I was worried. This boy was boxing the shit out of Abdullah. But then I said, his father jumped on him and yelled at him in the corner like, you got to get on the inside. You got to start poking holes through the body. And once Abdullah start putting pressure on him, walking him down, then that's when he start breaking old boy down. Old boy couldn't handle that pressurized pressure from Abdullah. If Abdullah would have stayed trying to box that boy from the outside, to me it would have been a clear victory for Bell, because Bell was boxing him, and then Bell started holding him. Surprised he ain't get a point deducted for excessive holding. He was excessively holding.
Yeah, he was.
Anybody, senior, I level up. It don't gotta be no name. Just a step up in competition.
Who you want to see him against, Coach Kenny?
From what I understand last night, that was a step up. This guy was supposed to beat him from what a lot of people were saying. He was supposed to beat him. They said, oh, and he took his fight on a 10-day notice. My thing is, he's a young champion and he's doing everything he's supposed to do. I don't want him to keep putting him in a tough fight every time he fight just because he's tough. Eventually, it's going to take his wear and tear. But like Steve Squeeze said, keep him in good competition, competitive fights. But just because he's tough and he's shutting all his doubters up, they want to keep putting another hard one until he's to come and get beat. And then everybody going to say, I told you. Mm-hmm. That boy moving just right. He's 22 years old. He's knocking out motherfuckers that they said was a few people were supposed to beat him, and he beat them. But keep the competition. You know, look at all the older guys that he turned pro after these guys, and they still taking the easiest route. They damn near 30 now. Abdullah came on the scene. He got an appetite for smoke. But everybody else still taking the easy route, looking for the easiest way to go. No, let that man, get his rounds in. Every fight ain't got to be tough just because he can fight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I like what he was doing.
I
like what he was doing last night when Bell tried, since he knew he was up on the cards, he tried to cruise for the last 5-6 rounds of the fight, and Abdullah wouldn't allow it. He was trying to grab, so Abdullah knew he had that elbow grinding in your neck in the face. No, get off me. Get off me.
To me,
you did what you did first half. Now this is my half. You think you coming to take my spot? Abdullah Mason turned up the dial. And once he turned that dial up, he showed that monster killer instinct. Okay, I'm down. They saying I'm down. Now it's time to go hunt. It's time to go eat. It's time to make him fight the way I want him to fight. And you seen the results. Now, I didn't like the stoppage, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like the stoppage, but I think Abdullah would have finished him anyway. Because Abdullah smelled blood. He smelled blood. Now, in the shoes, because Senior didn't ask me, it was taking him too long to ask me, so I'm not answering it for him. He was asked all of y'all, but was ducking me with the question.
I was covered.
He need to stay away from Inoue right now. With that performance last night, Inoue would have knocked him straight the hell out. He would have smoked him. But from that performance last night, he says that he turns it up depending on who's in front of him. Now, last night, I think he took this boy very lightly. He cruised. He never stepped on the gas. Like Kenny said, it could be some behind the scene thing. We gonna come out. I don't. That ain't none of my business. Only thing I see is what's in front of me. The night of the fight, and last night he didn't look like growing in his ability. Oh, Shorty was tough. See, this is what I don't get. When people say your resume garbage, who did you fight? That fight last night on Shushu resume, that boy was a seasoned veteran. He was tough. He fought a hell of a game plan, but unanimous decision, nah. Now, no, I say majority, but not unanimous. I gave that boy more credit than what the judges did. Now, in the Scooter Davis fight, he got robbed. That dude got robbed.
Yeah.
That dude got robbed in the Scooter Davis fight.
For sure.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Hey, let me go back to Abdullah Mason, Graylin. A lot of times we watch these fights, right? And they be putting their scorecard up. That be unofficial scorecards.
Right.
And then people be watching and they think that Abdullah's behind because what the unofficial scorecard is saying. That's not the official scorecard. The first half of the fight, to me, I know what I'm looking at. I gave the first 2 rounds to Bell, the 3rd round to Abdullah, the 5th round to Abdullah, and the other round was close. But if you listen to the unofficial scorecards, it was a wipeout the first half of the fight, and that's not the case.
Yeah, because in reference
It's
to
terrible
what
how they judge.
In reference to what you're saying, if you go back to the Tank versus what that was Tank versus what the fuck the tall guy name was? Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
When Floyd came over, said you down, and Coach Calvin told him, hey, that's the unofficial card.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But you got these casual fans, they think that's the score. That ain't the score. And then the whole night they was biased against Abdullah, so you know the score, they had it fucking twisted. It was terrible the way they was working against Abdullah last night. But God knows, God is the best of planners, you know?
But you said you don't like open scoring though, right? Coach Kenny, you said you don't like open scoring? You said you don't like the open scoring?
I mean, I can deal with it, but nah, you don't need it.
Well, it sure didn't make a difference last night.
No, you don't need it.
So which one would you prefer?
All the fights are good. All the fights are great.
Open or that unofficial scorecard? Which one would you guys prefer?
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Because I know unofficial is basically supposed to be like a reference to, you know what I mean, to somebody else's opinion.
Right. I mean, that's what we've been dealing with all these years. Why not keep it like it is? I say if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We touched on. Oh, go ahead.
It's a 2-edged sword, and I'm not gonna take long with it. It's a 2-edged sword. It's good. It's just like a relationship. Some people might get along with a person better than what another person might do. So I'm gonna stay with it on a level of it's good for some people and some people don't like it. To me, it's 50-50. But if you ask me, as a fighter, I would want to know what my diagnosis is and where it's at during the fight. Because in my mind, I don't gotta worry about nobody really telling me. If I hear it, the official scorecard, it gotta light something up inside of me. To say, okay, they got you down 1 or 2. You gotta pick it up. Your corner telling you, they telling you. You got 2 people telling you. So then you got people on the other hand, are they taking the element of surprise out of the fight? But in the same token, the people that say that is contradicting themselves, because at the end of the fight, when we did hit a score, we'd be like, God damn, they robbed that thing.
Yeah.
So
I know. And one of the Tank fights, I ain't gonna say which one it was. He looked at me in the corner. He thought he was up. I said, no, you down 2 rounds. I tell him what I see in the corner. You down 2 rounds. Now, if it's here, you gonna change it. And he got up and he changed it. But some fighters, man, you gotta have that fire. You gotta have that warrior's temperament. If you don't, you can do everything right. You can box, you can be pretty. You gotta be willing to walk through hell. Every champion gotta walk through hell at some point. Abdullah had to walk. Not Abdullah. The boy from Philly last week. What's his name?
Boots.
Yeah, they had to walk through hell. Both of them in that third round last week. You can do everything perfect and spawn sessions and shit, but when you get in that fight, do you really want to fight when you feel shit that you never felt in a spawn session? You go over shit in the gym, you're not getting hit in the gym, but now you're in a fight, you're getting hit. Do you really want to fight? It ain't got shit to do with the coaching, the miles you put in, the sit-ups, the pull-ups. That shit got to come from here at the end of the day. Do you really want to fight now? Because you're going to get hit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this shit boxing is so tricky, man. People, it ain't like what people think it is. Shit, I don't care what you do in the gym, perfect. Everything went fine in the camp. Now all of a sudden, boom. Do you really want to fight? You never felt this feeling before in your life.
Yeah.
Do you really want to fight?
And then I looked last night. I keep saying the Floyd Mayweather syndrome. I call it. And I know somebody gonna steal that. I should patent it. The Floyd Mayweather syndrome. Everybody wanna put the shoulder up and they try to look too slick. But the thing with it, I'm noticing that they can't master that style. They don't counter well off of it. Floyd did the shoulder roll, showed you the shoulder, came back with something, showed you the shoulder, rolled under. He threw something off it. A lot of them rolling, but they not throwing nothing off of it.
Look, I said all the time to the fighters, some fighters never reach their full potential because they trying to be like their favorite fighter. And when they might be better than their favorite fighter, they just be themselves. It's like every 20, 25 years, every era of boxing, you got this outstanding fight. Like Sugar Ray Leonard. He came out with the tassels. He had the tassels on his feet. During that era, fighters put tassels on their shoes. Then Tyson come along, black shorts, no socks. Other heavyweights come out, black shorts, no socks. Now it's Floyd Mayweather era. Everybody doing what he's doing. So whatever if we ever get a fighter that's coming out mashing and ain't on that pretty shit, we're gonna have some hell of a fights on the hand because everybody gonna try to be like him. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a true statement. That's a true statement in every sense of the word. And that's just the phases of life. You know, styles come and they go. That do render from generation to generation.
Had a star, man.
But I noticed
remember Ali when everybody wanted to shuffle their feet and they try to ride
Sugar
like
Ray
Ali
did it. Sugar Ray did it. Roy Jones did it.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it. Like I say, that was a true saying in every sense of the word. But what I'm saying that that's cool, but they not mastering it. And last night, it was nowhere in the world. That was a unanimous decision in that Scooter Davis fight. I was shocked. I was like, here go his first L. I was on the edge of my seat. And when they said unanimous decision, old boy was like, no, he snatched his arm.
Yeah,
he like, no. He said, hell no. Yeah. And he was right.
Would y'all like to see a rematch on that?
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
In all fairness,
that was rematch worthy.
It was. It was.
I listened to the corner, and when Barry was talking to him, and this is no stab, the Barry Hunter, because he ain't never did nothing to me. I don't, know him personally. But he was giving him, and everybody got their own approach. Let me get that straight, because people, Coach Squeeze on the Rise podcast, he dug Barry. It's more than what he said it is. No, I'm giving my opinion. He ain't looked like to me that he pushed the buttons that he needed to push to get his fighter to open up and to perform the way he does. Now, you can't fight for the kid. You can give him the best instructions in the world, and he not listening and adhering to it.
World Star Breaking News exclusive Squeeze. Like, no.
But now I'm gonna correct Abdullah Mason dad. Well, look, he was in it. He sounded like he was in that fight.
You see, the thing I like about Abdullah, what I like about his
said something, and guess what his father say? What you say with that tone? His
father gave him instruction and correction at the same time, though. He wasn't just telling them what to do. He was giving them instruction how to do it.
But like I said, Senior, go ahead, Mr. Will.
No, I just want to put that in there.
That's important, because like you said, it's one thing to tell somebody to do something, but sometimes I think the instruction should be a little more explicit than it is. Yeah,
detail. I forgot what fight we were just.
Hey, Senior.
Huh?
Can we say that? How many times have we seen the corner give a master plan and tell their fighter everything they needed to do in the fight, and the fighter ain't do it?
Yeah, and that goes on too.
And in that situation last night, perfect example. It's a million ways you might let's just say you might have 100 ways you can beat your opponent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Abdullah had 100 ways he can beat him. He trying other stuff. He went outside the game plan. His father wanted him to stick with the game plan. It's like, I know you can do it that way. It ain't come out like that, but his father like, do what I tell you, stick with the game plan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened last night. His father was making sure he stayed with the game plan because it was other shit he saw, other shit he could do. And some fighters, they fall away from the game plan and start trying other shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't stick with the game plan. It take a sound fighter to stick with the game plan, because you go through shit, you got to have composure. Just like they had this guy beating Abdullah the first 3, 4, 5 rounds. That's where Abdullah had to keep his composure. You got to walk through some shit before you get yours off, because he trained too. You got 12 rounds, so keeping your composure and sticking with the game plan is a huge part of the whole fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught up in the oohs and the ahs and wanting your lick right back. You don't have to get your lick right back. Set that shit up down the line. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to this shit, man.
And I seen one of the best jabs in boxing, along with a long list last night. I don't hear none of you guys talking about it, but was listening to his corner. Lovely. For the graceful fight. I could play a violin while this guy was boxing last night. Corner, violin, and the fighter did right what the corner told him to do in the Tiger Johnson fight.
Yeah, I seen that.
That Tiger Johnson fight. Snappy jab, a Bomac cap lap, yelling out, and he showed the jab in different ways. And he was flicking because old boy was looking for that one-hitter quitter. And that was that over-the-top right hand, which he was connecting from time to time during the fight. And he ain't relinquished from throwing it. Hell of a boxing performance from Tiger Johnson last night. I want to see more of him. Really is now than never with him. I think he could have. I think he fought hell of a fight last night, but I guess I'd be critical with a lot of these guys because I want them to make that money and get out of the sport as quick as they can and make smart investments so it could be generational wealth for their families. That's what I wish for, number one, for the fighters. And last night, former Olympian and Tiger Johnson showed that he could box. You know, he used his length very well. He bind when he had to, and he was being defensively responsible because old boy was undefeated too, and he was strong. He was strong. He was relying on that one punch.
Yeah, he was tough. All the fights last night was good competition, though, man.
Yeah,
it was. It was
good competition.
Great night of boxing.
It wasn't no blowouts last night.
No,
it wasn't no blowouts.
You had to earn
It was it was a hell of a card on TNT, Top Rank, and DAZN. Did a hell of a job of putting that together. To last night, it felt like Showtime HBO did me last night. The production, how they brought the fighters out, it was nice and clean and put together very well. Very well. You had Bud, Sean Porter, and Timothy Bradley on the panel on the podium, and Bud referenced the Sean Porter fight, and Sean like, "Oh man, why you gotta use that?" and like that, and they was like, "No, Sean, like, go ahead." And Bud say like, when I fought Sean like, "Oh, wait a minute. Why you got?" But you know how Sean is. Sean like, no, go ahead. You know. So it was lovely, man. And I stayed up for the whole card. I didn't nod off. I brought my birthday in. It was a treat.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah,
Happy
thanks.
Birthday.
Yeah, it was a treat. That was a hell of a birthday present last night, bringing in 12 o'clock. And Abdullah, he established it was the killer whales was in the water last night, and the baby killer whale kept playing with the alpha killer whale, and the alpha killer whale said, "Okay, I'll let you play enough. It's time for me to assert my dominance and get back in front of the pack and lead this pod." Abdullah did that for me last night. He showed me I could be down, but I ain't never out. And he was in a Ferrari the last half of that fight because he said, and I could see it in his body language, if he think I'm gonna give him my shot on the block, I ain't giving him shit. And friends or nothing, it was thrown out of the way. You try to take my spot. I feel it. And Bell did a lot of excessive holding. But what I like what Abdullah did, he kept that elbow in between, said, "You want to hold, you want to eat these elbows." And it was breaking him down. He broke his nose, it looked like.
Yeah, I was going to say something about that.
Before he started, his nose is kind of crooked. I seen that.
No, his whole bridge was swollen by the end of the fight.
But before the fight started, go look at his interviews. That shit been broke before.
Yeah.
He said he couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I guess so. His nose was swollen. I observed all that shit before the fight. I said, "Damn, his nose."
Casualties of war.
Yeah,
you gotta figure boxing, once or twice a year. You don't have the leisure of saying, "Well, I'm gonna call the sub." Then I got some teams in the NFL got 2 or 3 running backs. They got fullback and 2 running backs. Maybe the lead back might go down, pull a hamstring, and you like, shit, they can ready put this bum in, and he mess around and go for 100. It ain't like that in boxing.
Other
In,
words,
bo-
ain't
in,
nobody
bo-
getting off the bench.
in boxing, you gotta fight through all of that. The before the fight, whatever's going on after the fight, because you get paid once or twice a year. You gotta eat and survive. So guys go in there with mental issues, physical issues, and I know some people, man, they just got that monster in them that turns on that switch. And Abdullah showed me last night. I was saying, go eat, Abdullah. Go hunt. Go hunting. Go Predator. Predator and Arnold Schwarzenegger, go hunt.
Everybody don't have that switch you talking about, though. They look like it until they get to a certain point. Some fighters
Shushu
need.
got hurt to the body. Old boy tried to, he had the smarts to finish him. It was there to finish. It was there.
A lot of these guys today aren't finishers, man. You see it all the time. They'll hurt guys, and then they just follow them around the ring. They don't cut the ring off or anything. They just follow them around.
But did we find sort of an antidote on how to beat Abdullah last night? Did we get a snippet?
Nope.
Mr. Will, that's one voice.
No way to beat nobody until once you see him get beat.
Mr. Will, all right, you already gave your answer, Mr. Will.
Then you gotta wait.
Same question.
Well, I would say keep a jab on him. That's one thing. Keep a jab on him. Because my man wasn't, after a while, he wasn't, throwing back. He wasn't moving his hands. But earlier in the fight, the early part of the fight, he was, jabbing him up. And Abdullah wasn't really throwing during that time. He wasn't really, firing back. He was kind of like, looked like he was slightly overwhelmed for a second. So I would just say whoever just has to, keep that jab on him up and down. As a start.
All access.
I agree with Mr. Will. Same thing Mr. Will said.
Can I
I'ma say one thing I am gonna say that, and I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. He gonna have problems with tall, long, rangy fighters that can box and keep them at the end of their punches. Not saying he can't beat them. If you listen to the question I asked, did we find a sort of a recipe to possibly get by Abdullah? And that's staying long, keeping them at the end of your punches, and trying to box and stay away from them. But if you can't do it for 12 rounds, you seen what happened. Abdullah went hunting. He turned up the heat in the kitchen.
The crazy part, that guy Bell really wasn't doing anything to burn himself out like that either. So I think what happened with him, I think nerves took over. I think he had heart failure.
Yo, stop that, man. Once an adult fighter get in the ring, them butterflies gone, man.
Well, why I say that? Because he wasn't doing anything that should have had him
no, man. This grown man shit. Them guys had hundreds of amateur fights.
I get all that.
In every style. He got in the ring.
But why did he gas?
He just couldn't beat Abdullah. Ain't no heart failure. Abdullah was the better man. Okay. I can't beat Squeeze right now until I beat Squeeze. I can't beat none of y'all until I beat y'all.
Yeah.
And y'all can't beat me until y'all beat me.
Yeah.
What I thought it was when I saw it, it was a multiple of things. It was number one, like Senior said, it was too goddamn hot to be outside. Abdullah turned the heat up. Yeah. He went to 101 from 85 to 101. That's number one. Number two, Bell ain't fought in a year and a half. Number three, he was more of a front runner than anything. And those three factors came into play because he started looking bewildered and disoriented when Abdullah turned the heat up, stayed in front of him. See, bitch, you going, no, ain't this my, and he sit down, start ripping it to the body. Yo, he seen blood. Once Abdullah seen, and what I liked about Abdullah, he was like, oh yeah, we friends, we cool outside the ring. He said, but you trying to take my spot, bitch. I see this. What you do? Try to brandish your lead? No. Man, Abdullah showed that killer instinct. He knew he had to finish that guy.
That was my question for the panel. So earlier in the show, we was talking about finishers. Would you guys consider Abdullah Mason a finisher? Right now?
Yeah.
Yup.
He definitely.
Mr. Will? Mr. Will?
Yeah.
Mr. Will? I need you to say it loud with your chest.
Yeah. He did his thing last night. Like I said, the ref kind of stole his shine the way he ended that fight, though, man. That was the only downside.
He did.
I mean, ultimately, like when I looked at it, all he did was, you know what I mean, hurried up the process.
Yeah,
that's all he did. He
didn't really beat it up.
He ain't really do nothing.
He did the inevitable.
Yeah, he just. You know
I think that
he was trying to catch happy hour.
I think that
he was double pop
when he got up. If he would have let him continue, he got up. I honestly think Abdullah would have knocked him through the ropes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because
that wasn't bad.
Yeah, Abdullah was like gravy on a turkey wing, yo, was smothered with onions and gravy. He wasn't gonna let yo breathe. He had killer instinct. Abdullah like, I'm getting you the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Abdullah knew it. He knew it. He knew it.
The ref
he had to go kill Bill and finish that boy.
That body attack was the answer, though. Once he started digging to that boy's body, that's when everything changed.
No, I just say like, because I was watching the fight, even when he was talking about the guy was banking all the rounds in the front. It's just like Abdullah was being patient. Go ahead, shoot your load. You know what I mean? I'm here, but once you get done, I'm on my way. You better be ready. You know what I mean? That's just how it looked to me.
Yeah.
We gotta stop confusing patience with, you know what I mean, with fear.
And confusing.
Yeah. And confusion. Yeah.
No, and confusing the unofficial scorecard with the scorecards.
Oh yeah.
That's for people that don't know no better.
Exactly. He wasn't winning he didn't win all of the first 6 rounds. He didn't win all of them. But they had the man shutting him out.
They had that man on a clean sweep.
Like we don't know what we looking
at. You know why?
Because they paid to work for the company.
Because he's Abdullah Mason. No, it's because he's Abdullah Mason, and they expect him to get everybody out of there, and that's just the picture that Abdullah been painting.
Yeah,
you know, if he doesn't get him out of there at 5, he ain't, and you're not gonna be able to get everybody out there.
Right, but for that,
them guys coming to win too. Look, them guys coming to win too.
But listen, you're absolutely right. But that particular fight, they wasn't expecting Abdullah to get him out of there. They was giving this man all the props to beat him. They wasn't saying that about Abdullah this particular fight through the whole build-up all last week. Abdullah's making a mistake. He's biting off more than he can chew. 10 days notice. The commentators was not expecting for Abdullah to get this man out of there.
I got another question. Nobody brought up. If they harassed Boost last week about his bed, why didn't somebody tell this guy to cut his bed? Because that guy came out there with the Abraham Lincoln, for real, man.
That's all. That all depend on your team.
Let me go back. Let me answer that. Different teams have different mentalities.
Yeah.
Like when Tank fought Rolly, Rolly glove had a hole in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, his glove got a hole in it. And Rolly said, if I ain't using these gloves, I'm not fighting. So I said, Commissioner, you see the hole? The commissioner said, yeah. Wait a minute, let me talk.
What?
The commissioner said, yeah, I see it. I said, now let me see Tank gloves. So Tank glove had the same hole. Now Rolly complained. I said, no, we both got holes now. It's a fight.
About that.
But some teams wouldn't have got past that because we have different mentalities. So some people was okay with the beard and some people ain't. I don't think the beard cushioned no shots.
No.
That's all a myth. You know what I'm saying? You get hit. And all the shots that hurt you don't land on the chin.
Yeah. It was said when that was brought up that Abdullah respected Bell religion. They both come from the same religion. They both Muslim. And he said he wasn't going to disrespect his religion. And the beard ain't bothered him. He wasn't going to make him step on his religion, in other words, if I'm saying it in the right wordage.
Yeah.
But hell of a fights last night. I enjoyed.
I realized that was Bruce last night. That was personal, Mr. Will. Like, you know what I mean? That's a personal thing. That's team to team basis. You know what I mean? Let's try to get the edge here. We're gonna fuck his head up. We're gonna make him cut his beard.
That's all. Throw your game off. That's all.
That's mental warfare, Mr. Will.
Yeah, mine.
You've been in this game for 80 years. You know what mental warfare is, Mr. Will.
That mind games. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
A fighter that's confident in his ability. He don't care about none of that shit.
The guy last week that lost, everybody surprised he lost. What was his name? De Los Santos or whatever. The guy that beat him, Venezuela.
The rematch fight.
Right. That's the guy that beat what's that boy's name?
Out of New York with the colorful
hair.
Yeah.
You know, used to wear the pink hair in the ring and purple hair. I can't think of his name right now.
They fought twice.
Yeah. And that boy put it on him both times for real.
And then he fought. That was the rematch between them two last week.
Yeah, that boy ain't bad. That Venezuela, I like him, man.
He can crack.
He can fight. Yeah, he put Shorty out the game for real. Comp. What is it? What is his name? Something with a C.
I forgot his name. I know you're talking about.
Me too. Yeah, something with a C. I know that.
Yeah, but like last night was a true saying that a fighter with 15 losses can beat a fighter with no losses any given night. Coach Kenny always say that. And last night was close in every sense of the word in those fights. Was almost true. I ain't gonna lie, the Shark, he got a pass last night.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Unanimous decision. That was horrible. I don't know what the hell they saw.
When watching boxing, and we've all complained, oh, this card wasn't this card wasn't that, man. Was that card fire from beginning to end? It was the fights entertaining from beginning to end. Did you see the fighters get tested? Did you see the levels? Did you see the improvements? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Were all three of y'all pleased with the card last night?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was pleased, man.
Hats
off to all the fighters, man. All of them did good. Hell of a fight. Hell of a performance.
Like I say,
I'd rather watch fighters. I'd rather watch. Go ahead.
Hats off to all the fighters. I hope. No, go ahead, champ.
No, you good. I forgot. I lost.
Go ahead, champ.
He can't hear you. When you start talking, he can't hear you. He got a delay. So sometimes when y'all be talking, he start talking because he can't hear y'all that y'all still talking.
Yeah, I'm just saying, hats off to all fighters last night. I hope and pray that, everybody mental win, the winners, the ones that didn't get their hand raised. I think it was a win-win for all the fighters last night. Very entertaining fights, had you on the edge of your seats. It wasn't no massive blowouts, and I didn't want to see that. And last night, bringing my birthday in, watching the fights was a treat, yo. Was a treat.
Yeah, I really don't remember a time seeing a fight on a holiday like that. Anyway, they usually don't schedule fights on the holidays.
Well, we damn sure got fireworks.
Yeah, we fought on
Yeah,
Christmas
for
a
real.
couple years ago.
Say it again, Ken.
We fought on Christmas Day a couple
Oh,
years
for
ago.
real? Now that's rare. You know, usually, they don't give you nothing on holidays like that. But
Yeah, that was.
something new.
Oh, and then they had the 4th of July belt.
I
Shoot,
seen
Fourth of July belt.
yeah.
Look like
Tiffany
they came out
Bradley
the Cracker
was
Jack
like,
box.
and Bud Crawford say, you think he got to get sanctioning fees for these belts?
It looked like it came out the Cracker Jack box. I seen that.
Really. That's wild.
But I don't think it. I think it was just a commemorative belt. If you fought on 4 and you won,
Yeah.
I think that's good to put in your
It was good.
your archives of belts. That would
Your
be nice
storeroom.
for the kids that amateurs, if they fought on 4th of July, win or loss, that they got a belt or a trophy to commemorate that they fought and gave their lives on the 4th of July. And my closing arguments is
Hold, Squeeze, before you do closing arguments, I want to ask this question real quick. Lord's 4500 said, do it seem like Top Rank is starting to put their fighters to the test?
I think because somebody else took over, you got more people, different people involved now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they want some real competition on their platform. So the fights is definitely looking better. Competition.
Top Rank was known for showcase fights. They were notorious for that.
Yeah, it definitely fights looking better.
Yeah,
I like it. So that way we can't have all these ducks. These ducks ain't gonna be able to duck no more. You know what I'm saying?
right.
All right, closing arguments.
Love over hate.
Keep your head greasy to comb easy.
And don't miss your checkups.
I'm gonna go next, Squeeze. I want to give a big shout out to my guy, man. Like I was telling y'all earlier, man. The only reason why I'm on this podcast is because of Coach Squeeze, man. Coach Kennan was in camp, and I'm mad. Like, Squeeze, why the hell you ain't do it? And you know what I mean? I was just here to support Squeeze and to see his growth. You know what I mean? One of the baddest man with a brush besides Adrian Broner. You know what I mean? You give him a brush, he gonna come back just like AB. We back. I made it. We up. Shout out to my guy, Coach Squeeze. Happy birthday. I seen your picture with the family yesterday.
Yeah, appreciate that.
You know what I mean? I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Another 69th year, man. Happy birthday, Coach Squeeze.
Yeah, thanks, champ.
Happy birthday, boy.
Hey, if y'all like the show Grumpy Old Man, you ain't gotta watch it. All you gotta do is watch me and Squeeze. That's my guy. We go back and forth every day, but that's my guy.
Yeah, but I knock a nigga out for him. But check this out. Last night was spectacular. Bittersweet for some of the fighters, but that's the nature of the business. Some fights could have been called a different way, but that goes with the territory. I'm proud of all the fighters that stepped in the ring last night and took those challenges and gave us hell of a shows last night. I was on the edge of my seat in every fight that they put on the airwaves. And shout out to TNT, The Zone, and Top Rank for stepping up to the plate, putting on a great show. And thanks everybody for the birthday wishes.
Yes, sir. Peace. Love y'all, man. See y'all next week.
All right, same.
Love you too, Coach. All right, champ.
More, champ.